What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got the first round of the singles tournament. We got the Godfather, Drew Mcweeny, taking on the android, Marc Andreyko. This should be a great match. I gotta go with the Godfather on this one, but let's get it started.
I want your movie release date slice. I want this face on your slice.
You want your face on movie release dates? See, what happens is you have to earn that. We're challenging you. And we're going to get
coward. You got a real hero.
That face does not belong on movie release dates.
He's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it. Oh, I love it. The slice is gonna be mine soon.
Movie release dates.
What do you got, Sam? Movie release dates.
Wow. I think I'm losing my hair. I can't believe this friggin' job has just destroyed everything I held dear.
You're a real ass kid.
Ah!
Look,
How did you...
how did what?
I locked the door.
Come on now. It's been a year. You're not used to this by now? But what a year it's been. It's been, I would say, spectacular, wouldn't you? And it all capped off recently with your big Darth Vader moment. I love it. You're like, no, against me. And guess what? It's all coming down to this, my friend. You remember this, don't you? Remember this? So I count right here. It's right here. This is your way out, my friend. This is your golden ticket. So if I give this to you, you're gonna be like, touch that again, I'm gonna break your hand. You touch this again. But I want to give it to you though. I want to give it to you because then you take it and you're like, I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. All you gotta do for this, you're way out. I'll be out of your hair for good. No more none of this. No more. All you gotta do, are you listening? You challenge her off. No. What was that? No. I don't like that. No, that's a wussy. I want to. If you're gonna say no, say it like that, like a man, like you had some balls before. But here, you're gonna say yes. You're gonna say yes with the biggest smile on your face because I will be out of your hair. All you gotta do is challenge her off. It's as simple as that. Just say yes. Go yes. Because if you don't, guess what? Computer with this on, I'm gonna go share, retweet, be everywhere. The kids and everyone will have this. All the fans will have this. They'll have the receipts, as they call it. Those kids say, I got the receipts on you. But then, I can give this to you. You can do whatever you want with it. Just challenge her off. Say yes. Because you know what? I want to see more of this. You had your little fun with your no moment. Now I'm gonna have my fun. Just like always. Go get her. Go get her. Go challenge. Come on. Come on, Jim. There you go. Jesus. Look like $1,000,000 now. Look at the smile on your face. I love it. Remember? Yes. I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. Ellison, Ethan Irwin, Dan Rolfe, Stacey Howard, Andreyko, Mcweeny, then the boss Bateman, Clark, Wolf. The singles tournament begins. The winner of that entire tournament faces John and the Outlaw Roca at the Spectacular. What a battle we're in for.
I have never gone up against Roca, and I think that would be a lot of fun. I think Roca is somebody that you kind of have to go up against if you're going to be in the league.
Absolutely.
It's sort of a rite of passage. I want something. I want red meat. I want a good fight. Make it happen, right? Your admission.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Yeah, just sure. Do it. You are going to play the winner of Lon and Ethan. And then after that match, you will get Roca or Snyder.
And your winner, Ethan!
No, it's awesome, and I can't wait. I feel like now that I've really started to make a name for myself, I just got to keep moving up the ladder. I feel like the next step is the Godfather himself.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Ethan!
to do in the Schmoedown, there's only one logical step left, and that is to walk away.
Walk away with and give up both championships.
Give up both belts.
Because what's going to happen here is that Bibiani will play the winner of Andreyko and Irwin, and that will be our new champion. And your Andreyko is 3-0 since joining the Fight Club. He took out Ben Bateman. He beat both Stacey Howard and Janine the Machine, and then he beat Ethan Irwin to earn his spot here today for the championship. And your winner, William the Beast tournament officially begins. We're done with the gauntlet. Ben Bateman has gotten that 8th spot, and now the tournament of the 8 elite begin. Mark, how are you?
Christian, I am doing great because it is playoff season. I love nothing more than the playoffs. As a Redskins fan, I don't get to enjoy them that much, but here in the movie trivia Schmoedown, we really have a good matchup to kick off this entire format.
Oh, this is in a lot of different tournaments. This is a semifinal. Shoot, it's a final. It is between two of the elite players of the league. They got matched up because that's just the way this tournament ran this year. You have on one side of the bracket, and something you just don't hear often, the underdog is the former movie trivia Schmoedown team champion of the world, the Godfather Drew Mcweeny, who is 4-3. He has an okay singles record this year. He beat the former champion William the Beast Bibiani, but lost to rookie sensation Ethan Irwin. He's going up against a longtime friend, but someone who's having a tremendous year in singles and in general this year, and that's the android Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko this year is 3-1. He won a triple threat match against Janine the Machine and Stacey Howard. He beat Ben Bateman, who's on a roll right now, and he beat the man who beat Mcweeny in Ethan Irwin. His losses, of course, his one loss this year comes, of course, to his rival, the man he can't beat, the William the Beast Bibiani, but that's it this year for the android.
Yeah, we like seeing friends when they compete. It's a shame that a friendship of 2 decades perhaps is going to end here today, but that's the way it goes. No, they are not going to like each other anymore. They will no longer be exchanging holiday gift cards because it means just that much. The winner of this advances. The loser is out of the tournament. Drew Mcweeny, Marc Andreyko. You're right. It's odd to see Drew Mcweeny going to be sitting on that side of the ledger, but when you go up against the android, that's what you get.
Both are coming off of good performances in the team tournament. Drew Mcweeny was partnered up with Breanne Chandler. They made it into the second round. Andreyko went into the semifinals with his partner, Jeff the Insider Snyder, and had a nice run there too. So they're both accustomed to winning. This is the last performance of the season for one of these guys. The winner will go
Get
on.
out of here.
Yep,
You're done.
The winner will go on to face the winner of the match between Ben Bateman and Marc Andreyko's stablemate of the Five Club, Clark Wolf. But these two, they're going to say some words about each other, and we're going to hear them. Here we go.
Oh, this is definitely by far the most challenging match I think I've had as a player. Drew and I have been friends for almost 20 years, and his knowledge, I always say Drew is like me if I was smarter. He knows a lot about so much stuff, and if the categories are right, he can smoke me.
Have I accomplished everything? I haven't even begun, really. I mean, I had the championship belt with Sam for a very brief moment, but
that's certainly not enough. I feel like in the singles, I have been so hit and miss that this tournament really got to bear down and I got to really focus. And dude, it's a scary first match. If I planned to get any further, you couldn't have put a bigger obstacle in my way. This has been a pretty good year. I was far more active in the competition than I thought I was going to be at the outset, and I've had a pretty good record. I think even though I haven't actually won a belt, I think I'm probably I'm a pretty consistent performer. That could also change on a dime. I'm overdue for a match where I'm 2 points to 35. I've known Andreyko long enough, just personally, away from the movie trivia Schmoedown for decades now, and he and I come from very similar places, and we have very similar bases of knowledge. And so I think on any given day, that wheel spin or that pull of a question is I'll be haunted by that free-for-all moment forever. Oh, if I win this whole tournament and I get to play Roka, that's almost as delicious as playing Viviani again. There would be a lot of fun playing Roka, and as the last couple matches I've played, I think I've really gotten into the technique of the game and the psychology of the game. And Roka, like Bibbs, only takes, what did the Joker say? She takes a little nudge to let gravity take. So if I can get to play him, I think I have a good chance because I can get in his head. So here's the thing, Mark. You and I are friends. We'll be friends after this, but I've got to go over you. And so I am, because I want to face John Roka. It's one of those matches that I've been waiting for since I joined the league. And now that he's champion, I just have more reason to want it. So, sorry, Mark. This is as far as you go. Drew, you're a good friend and a noble competitor. I just hope I don't lose by too many points. Good luck.
You know, Christian, I wouldn't even classify that as trash talk. That was more like recyclables. It was nice. It was very complimentary, but they're both focused on going to the next round. They ultimately want to face John Roka.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this winner gets. Whoever wins this whole entire tournament gets to face the champion, John Roka.
What a pleasure.
They get to face him at the Schmoedown Spectacular in the main event. And as we already announced, the season premiere of Season 6 is going to be in New York.
What?
So not only the runner,
book a ticket.
whoever the champion is at that time in New York will be defending the title. So one of these guys could be defending in New York. And the other thing is there's going to be a #1 contender match at the Schmoedown Spectacular. And whoever wins that will be facing whoever the champion is at New York. So there's a lot at stake inside of this tournament. If you can score enough points, you can be in the #1 contender match. If you can become at least one of the finalists, the #1 contender match. But it is all about trying to get to John Roka at the Spectacular.
2 questions. You're a New Yorker. I'm flying into Newark. Close enough?
I'll see if Ken's available.
Sounds good. My other question is, what is the tail of the tape for these two gentlemen?
Tail of the tape, you've got The Godfather, Drew Mcweeny, 80s movies, 70s movies, and just staring at you and making you scared.
Leaving guns, taking cannolis.
And then Mr. Marc, the android Andreyko, whose strengths are comic book movies, musicals, and making sure you balance the questions.
I think that's the strength of every competitor this season.
That's right.
Thank you for the help.
And somewhere I know he's smiling.
We appreciate your tips.
So with that, we are ready to get going.
Oh, yeah, just speak for me. Fine, we're both ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown! Yeah! Introducing first, with a record of 4 wins, 3 defeats, he is the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Team Champion of the World, The Godfather, Drew McWeeny!
There comes Drew McWeeny. Nice acknowledgement of the announcers up here at the desk, waving to the crowd that applauded him lustily. I think it's a pretty good intro for an underdog.
He's a big fan favorite. Well, the thing is, underdog by record.
He's an underdog. Nobody thinks he can win today.
All right. And his opponent, led to the ring by his manager, Emma the Golden Mike Fife, and the team champion, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, with a record of 5 wins, 3 defeats. Here's Marc, the android, Andreyko!
Amplify. Andreyko, the man. finals game look right to the camera?
I'm just excited to see the Fight Club back together. We haven't seen them together since before Anarchy happens. They're standing, and we are ready to get going. What is round number 1 here, Mark?
Round number 1 is going to be 8 questions, and they are asked to the field. That means once a competitor hears a question, you can go ahead and use the marker to start writing your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard. I'll remind you all that it is 8 different categories of movie trivia knowledge that we will be quizzing you on. Should one of you score a perfect round 1, we will be asking a bonus follow-up that is just to you. But I guess with the gentleman up here at the desk, both of them have a pretty good chance at getting perfect round number 1s. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round 1. I'll remind each gentleman of your 3 usages throughout the 3 rounds of the match of the JTE rule. If you're not sure you heard a question correctly, you need to repeat it, or you just want to buy yourself some time to think of the correct answer, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to lose. I'm a little nervous because Drew Mcweeny has a Coca-Cola up there on the desk, but it looks very warm, and that is gross.
All right. Well, maybe it fuels him to be even more scary than he is.
Heat in it, actually.
It's poison anyway, but at least let's get some ice cold poison.
Mark Andreyko just went heel. All right, here we go. So we are ready to get going. Mark Andreyko, are you ready?
Sure.
Mcweeny, are you ready?
I am now.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Lusty crowd here today, Christian. They're excited for the kickoff of the playoffs.
Question 1, in action-adventure, gentlemen. Johnny Depp appears as a CIA agent trying to kill a drug lord in which installment of Robert Rodriguez's Mexico trilogy?
Have you ever been to Mexico?
No, I have not.
I got a Rosarito, I got a Tijuana, and I got a Cancun, where I drank Bud Light and went to TGI Fridays.
4. Proud of you.
Did not get the culture.
2.
Unfortunately.
I get.
Shit, what the hell's the name of it? Ah! Damn it, I can't remember that title.
1. Pens down. Mark Andreyko.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
Yes, sir. Mcweeny.
That would be Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Tie game.
All right, we move on. So your next category is the world of comedies. Haha. Your question is, Jim Carrey plays a character by the name of Fletcher Reed in what 90s classic comedy? So I would like to go to Cabo San Lucas.
Liar, liar.
Professor Sammy Hagar celebrates his birthday every year.
I'd like to watch Lucas again. 5, 4,
Pivotal
3.
question is the turn.
Yeah. 2, 1. Drew Mcweeny.
I believe it is Liar Liar.
You'd be correct. Mark Andreyko.
Liar, liar.
Tie game.
They ain't lying.
Dramas. Who played med student Skylar in Good Will Hunting?
You ever seen that Good Will Hunting?
Very many so's.
Yeah.
Many so's.
Very many so's.
Very many so's.
You're working on your response timing. And
Working on my spoons.
You're really
4,
pushing it.
3, 2,
Collider Live.
1.
Mini
Hands
driver?
down, please. And Mark Andreyko.
Mini Driver?
Yes, sir.
That would
And
be Mini Driver.
tie game. Here we go.
All right, both competitors flicking the jab early, feeling each other out. Your next question comes from the world of animated movies. They're either drawn by hand or more likely on a computer. Your question is, who directed the 2004 film The Polar Express? Have never seen this one, although I hear the kids love it.
That's not true. They like the book. 5, 4. All kids.
Kids
3.
read?
Yeah. 2.
Oh, shit. I know it's either Ron Howard or Robert Zemeckis. I'm going with Zemeckis.
They just watch YouTube videos.
1. Drew Mcweeny.
With the assist of Dark Sorcery, that would be Robert Zemeckis.
Yes, sir. And Mark Andreyko.
Robert Zemeckis.
We are tied, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, perfect rounds through half.
And these 2 titans keep on going. Here we go. Fantasy sci-fi. Which 2000 sci-fi film stars Cillian Murphy, Chris Evans, Rose Byrne, and Michelle Yeoh?
It's the 2000s.
Yeah,
So yeah, but you led right into the sci-fi.
Yeah.
You were like, what's 2000 sci-fi?
They got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
2000 sci-fi. I have no idea.
Mark Andreyko.
Sunshine?
Yes, and Mcweeny.
Sunshine.
Wow.
5.
Okay.
I like
thought
it.
that might be the toughie in round number 1, so we could be looking at 2 perfect rounds. Your next question comes from the world of 1980s movies. Your question is, who played vampire leader David in The Lost Boys?
The groan from the crowd. It is the first round, everybody.
Man, the crowd, everybody thinks that they can just be up there and answer these questions.
I wish I had those questions, too. One.
I'm right here, Christian.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's pens down. Pens down, please. And Drew Mcweeny.
That would be Kiefer Sutherland.
Yes, it is.
Kiefer Sutherland.
6'6".
He's a great actor and even better, thrown himself into an Icelandic Christmas tree.
The next question is in the realm of horror/thriller.
That was for RB3.
What is the name of the murderer whose soul is bonded to a Chucky doll in Child's Play?
Do you believe that like a doll could be possessed? Because I kind of do. Have you ever seen old ventriloquist dolls?
Oh, I've seen it happen in my living room.
What?
5. It's scary. This turns on for no reason. 4, 3,
Really?
2. Where garden tools? Pens down, please. And Marc Andreyko.
Charles Ray Evans.
No, and
I don't think I ever read either. Billy Ray Lee.
both combined. Charles Lee Ray.
Charles Lee Ray.
Ray.
And out the door, the perfect
Okay, and no perfect rounds. Hey, we save a question, but they each have one more question to go in round number 1. It's your last category, and it is a Patreon question. Thanks to all the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreons. We support each and every one of you for your patronage. The following question comes to us via Jonathan Peck. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for being such a loyal Schmoedown Patreon contributor, and he wanted the category of Steven Spielberg films. The Hack That Made a Shark movie. Here's your question. Who plays the title character of the BFG in the movie The BFG? I really like that movie.
Still haven't seen it.
I thought we saw it together.
No, wait. I saw something.
Mark Rylance?
5. Did you leave? 4. Did I offend you?
Yeah, at the end. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Drew Mcweeny.
I am so offended I don't remember the gentleman's name.
Oh, boy.
I was going to write he won an Oscar for Bridge of Spies.
Oh, yeah. Which is correct.
Mark Rylance. Mark Rylance? Of course it is. Of course it is. He robbed that old boxer of a statue.
All right.
That's because you're a BFG, a big fucking geek.
All right. Round 2 now starts. We are tied up.
Damn, I did just as good as Andreyko and Mcweeny. Feeling good.
Marc Andreyko and Drew Mcweeny are tied up at 6. Both played a tremendous first round, both missing the same questions. Attached to the hip right now, these two are. As we get to round number 2, Mark, how does that work?
The best of friends still, soon to be bitter enemies from heretofore. The wheel round is upon us. The wheel of fate, doom, justice, and a sponsored wheel today. I mentioned the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Today's wheel is sponsored by none other than Kyle Gerbrandt. Thank you so much, Kyle. His slices today are Scorsese films and Stanley Kubrick films. He likes himself some directors. Now, that wheel is out there. It's got 10 different movie categories, including Kyle's 2 picks. Also, spinner's choice and what every competitor dreads, opponent's choice. Each one of y'all is going to get 1 spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you do have 1 mulligan. You may spin again, at which point you have to answer 4 questions from said category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is correct. If you get that one right, you get 1 point. Keep in mind, both competitors, stealing is available. In round number 2, will thievery ensue? Christian George.
Now, both have their JTE rules and both have their challenges.
They do.
Marc Andreyko does come in with a higher rank this tournament. So, Mark, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
You're going to go first. Please spin from the wheel and not the peg, please.
He's going to go first.
Spinning from the wheel.
Grab that wheel. He's lining it up. He's like he would line up a putt at the U.S. Open.
He's aiming for music. He's not looking. He's not looking.
Spinning it. He can't even look at
No, I
it.
mean, this wheel tortures people.
Yeah.
It tortures
The wheel
people.
gets into their heads
Yeah,
like
it's a good
Charles
spin.
Lee Ray got into that Chucky doll.
It's going to go past it.
It's going to pass the opponent's
the
choice.
opponent's-
Henry
look at
doesn't
this.
worry about that.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Thrillers. Thrillers.
Would you like to take the famous 1983 Michael Jackson album?
No, Marc Andreyko was just a part of that. You're going to take it, which makes sense. Marc Andreyko just a big part of that Patreon horror match.
Gonna take it.
Which is available now on Patreon if you want to see it. It was a fatal 5-way for the horror match. Okay, here we go.
Five-way makes sense in the world of horror.
All right, here we go. In the category of thriller, who plays Vincent Gray, who is the junkie that shoots Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie
2 points. Okay.
We were looking for a Donnie Wahlberg.
Question 2. What is the name of the main antagonist of the Saw series?
Jigsaw. John Kramer.
Jigsaw.
That's correct. Johnny Depp plays a rare book dealer who, while seeking out the last 2 copies of a demon text... The Ninth Gate? Correct.
Wow.
All right.
Rudely didn't even let you finish the question.
All right. And your last question here. Who plays the villainous Ray Marcus, leader of the murderous Rednecks in Nocturnal Animals? Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
For 2 points. Marc Andreyko blazing through that like Sherman blazed through Atlanta.
And that round is over. So now Drew Mcweeny is up. Drew, please spin from the wheel, not the peg.
Here comes Drew Mcweeny.
First spin from Drew
And
Mcweeny.
here it goes, Christian. He's staring right at the wheel. Andreyko couldn't look at it. McWeeny staring daggers into it.
Staring at it because shut up, Sam. The luck that this guy has had so far with the wheel this year has been unbelievable.
He's got to be looking for. He's not going to get 80s. He could get. Oh, famous actors and actresses.
Gonna keep it. All right.
And he merely shrugs. He doesn't fear any category in the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
All right, here you go.
You can't.
There we go.
Famous actors and actresses. Drew, these are actors and actresses of some repute. Your first question. What is the first Wes Anderson film to feature Bill Murray?
Rushmore.
That's
Give
correct.
him 2 points. Give him 2 points. Crowd applauds. We move on to your next question. In the romantic adventure Robin and Marian, Sean Connery played Robin Hood. But who played the role of Lady Marian?
Audrey Hepburn.
2 more points for Drew McWeeny. All right, the warm Coke doing him wonders thus far. Your next question.
Oh, you meant the soda. Oh,
It's the secret.
What classic Hollywood actor's real name was Marion Morrison?
Shares a birthday with me. John Wayne.
that is correct.
You are right, partner.
Nice.
That is not at all John Wayne. That's more of a Bostonian. Apologies, we'll move on.
That's when he was in Good Will Hunting.
Yep.
Drew.
So Marc Andreyko, hold on to 2 points, but here's McWeeny's last question.
And them apples have given you this final question. Who voiced the title character in 2010's Marmaduke?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jack Black, B, Jim Carrey, C, Owen Wilson, or D, Mike Myers?
Owen
I think it's
Wilson.
C. Owen Wilson.
You think correctly.
Wow, 1 point lead here by Andreyko. What a round by how many people turned down
Right.
that
Wow,
roll?
what a
got
round
Robin
2.
and Marion.
And that's it. That's the game. Andreyko wins, right?
Andreyko wins. No.
Andreyko's done?
That is not the case. We are going to round 3 with these two, and what a match it's been so far. Marc Andreyko, Drew McWeeny, 14-13 as we get into the third round. All right, how's it work, Marc?
Round number 3. I hope both you gentlemen enjoy round 3 because this is the last round you will ever play as friends.
Yeah.
You will each give us 3 numbers. Those numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different category of movie trivia know-how up here at the answer desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one, 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that far, 5-point question. Marc Andreyko, you find yourself not only the favorite, but also enjoying a 1-point cushion over Drew McWeeny, so you will be giving us your preferred numbers first.
1 for the 1-point lead, 5 for my 5 victories, and 3 for my 3 losses. Nice. I like that.
What a numbers guy.
All right, Drew McWeeny.
10 for my first son's age, 13 for my second son's age, and 18 for my girlfriend's.
Oh, he went
I like you to say your girlfriend's age.
He went family with a joke capper.
If that was your girlfriend's age, I would let you win. All right. So we're gonna start here. Drew McWeeny will start here. He is down. He needs to hit his 2-pointer here. Drew McWeeny, you chose category number 10, classics.
Alvaro's leading.
Classics. All right, here you go. According to Humphrey Bogart at the end of Casablanca, what will he and Ingrid
Paris.
Bergman always have?
Paris.
Paris.
Correct for 2 points. All right.
They're always going to have Paris, and now Drew McWeeny has himself a lead, so we go over to Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko, you selected number 1 because you think you are the best. It's a
I'm not a
2-point
mirror for you.
question. And your question for 2 points and to regain the lead over warm Coke drinking Drew is, in The Greatest Showman, who plays Charity Barnum, the wife to P.T.?
Michelle Williams. 2
Give him
points.
2 points.
Back and forth. All right, so now we go back to Drew McWeeny with category number 13, action adventure. Action adventure. Okay. Here you go. The Raid series takes place in which country?
Indonesia.
For 3 points.
All right. 3 points, 2-point lead, and now we go back to Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko, for your second question, for 3 points, you selected the number 5, because that's how many golden rings you claim to own. And your question
I'm wearing
is,
all 5 of them. Figure it out.
in the world of horror movies, your question is, what is the last name of the paranormal investigating couple in The Conjuring?
The Warrens.
Oh,
The Warrens.
5,
Lorraine and
3,
the Warrens.
2, 1. Repeat the question.
What is the last name of the paranormal investigating couple in The Conjuring?
The Warrens. The Warrens.
5. Yeah, I don't got it. 4, nothing.
Nothing. We were looking for the Warrens. Couldn't conjure the name of the Warrens, the people who put ghosts in houses in the first
So
place.
Marc Andreyko has to hit his 5-pointer here, or the Godfather will advance to the second round. Marc, what's he got?
He has selected number 3. Number 3 and the number of Mark Mosley corresponds to the category of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise movies. And your question is, for 5 points and a lead, at least for a time, who plays the intimidating Winston Cup champion Rowdy Burns in Days of Thunder?
Michael Rooker?
He got 5 points, and he's back on top.
Wow.
Drew Mcweeny can't help but smile.
That's a hell of a pull, man.
All right, Drew Mcweeny here is now forced to hit his 5. If he hits the 5, he advances. If he misses it, Marc Andreyko advances. We are down to the final question here, Marc. It is from category number 18, and that is in the category of biopics. Biopics.
Biopics.
Biopics. In Apollo 13, what was the flight surgeon concerned astronaut Ken Mattingly would come down with, dashing his hopes of joining the mission?
A cold.
And your winner, advancing to the next round, Marc the Android Andreyko! The answer was the measles. Measles was the answer.
With measles.
And Andreyko moves on here. A cold, and the separation between the measles and the android will now be playing either Ben Bateman or Clark Wolf. Marc Andreyko just beating Mcweeny here, 21-18. What a battle it was.
Yeah.
That was a heavyweight championship fight. Marc Andreyko advances to the second round now. The question is, who does he want to see? Does he want to see Ben Bateman, who he's beaten before, or does he want to go head-to-head with his stablemate, Clark Wolf? What an interesting match that would be, and we're going to find out the answers to that question and more with Jen Sturger. Here we go.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Drew, the Godfather Mcweeny. Drew, it says something when you score 18 points and still somehow lose.
Mark and I were neck and neck, and it's the difference between 2 questions. In a match like that, that makes all the difference in the world. So I really can't be upset.
No.
I feel like if I got the Robin and Marion question, but I missed the Marmaduke question, I'm okay with that. I can live with that knowledge.
Yeah, I was going to say, fuck Marmaduke. I feel like we both share that sentiment right now. But, ultimately it came down to round 3, and you just...
I have clearly got to see Apollo 13 again.
Yeah.
It has been a while, and yes, that movie is next up on my playlist.
Not gonna lie, I was on WebMD trying to figure out if I have the cold or measles.
That's definitely happening very, very soon now.
But this has been such a crazy year for you. You had such a great run in the teams tournament with Brienne, obviously beating the Patriots with Sam, holding the belts. What a year. I know that this is the end of your season, but you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed about.
It's okay. Yeah, it was all right. It's been an interesting season. I've definitely learned a lot this year.
Yeah. I think one of the highlights for me this season was just seeing the look of joy on your face and just the shout that you gave out when you and Sam won the belts.
Well, I appreciate that, and that it really was my favorite moment so far in the Schmoedown, not because of the win, but because it felt like I finished something I started, and that is a big deal for me. So, doing that with Sam was a great thing, but I there's a lot that I just haven't done yet, so.
All right, well, like I said, this is the end of your season, but I really hope to see you back next season, and I really can't wait to see what's next for you.
We'll see.
Oh, wait, I do have something for you. Someone told me that you liked cannolis.
It's the one and only. Thank her for me. All right.
Think of yourself.
All right, thanks, Brienne. All right, take care.
See you. And I'm back with Marc, Andreyko, and the Five Club. All smiles. Yeah. Marc, you still look like you're in shock.
I really am. Like when I'm up against people like Ethan or Drew, who are so good, it wasn't false. Like, oh, I'm gonna lose. I legitimately thought, as long as I don't lose by too many points, that's a win. And when Christian stretched out at the end, and your win, I was like a slow motion. And then he said me, and I was like, oh, he's just screwing with me. So I'm completely gobsmacked because, in addition to Drew and I have been friends for almost as long as I've been in LA, he's an amazing player and has a wealth of knowledge that he's probably forgotten more than I know. So this is even more shocking to me than Ethan.
Do you think coming into these matches with the mindset of just taking one question at a time and not getting ahead of yourself and believing your own hype has helped you?
Yeah, I think I've learned from watching great players, and I've learned the strategy, and I know that when Snyder and I played Alonzo and Adichie, and I did the graphic novel question, I knew that wasn't going to change the outcome, but I learned from strategy. You get a challenge, it throws off the rhythm of the other team, and I thought the question wasn't written correctly, because technically I am correct, but I knew that was a strategy thing, and I wouldn't have known that even 6 months ago, so it's become trying to play the game. But with this, I just came in thinking, I'm just going to have fun, and this felt like why I joined Schmoedown, because Drew and I both care about each other, we're both friends, we both respect each other, and by the time we got to round 3, we were 16-16 or 16-17. I was like, even if I miss all 3 questions, we got to a place I have nothing to be embarrassed about.
It's funny, before we went out, we were actually joking that Andreyko and Drew should just answer all of their questions wrong until the final round, the 2, the 3, and the 5, and ultimately, that is effectively what it boiled down to. Almost, I really thought you guys were going to go tied into that last round, and when Andreyko spun Thrillers, I was watching and I was like, he's going to keep that. He's going to keep that. And he totally nailed it. And it was still, even knowing how good he is in that category, it was still so exciting to watch.
Absolutely. I thought both of them were actually going to have a perfect round 1. I was like, has this happened before?
Every time Ellis says that, it guarantees no.
And the fact you, Ellis.
The typhoid Mary.
Well, and the fact that between the two of you, you had the Charles Lee Ray answer correct was just so funny. It's great.
Absolutely. And then obviously, like you said, it came down to round 3.
Yeah.
And now, I think looking ahead in the tournament, you have a rough path ahead of you. Like, as if facing a powerhouse like Mcweeny wasn't bad enough for your first round. Next round, you're either going to face Ben Bateman, who you've faced multiple times.
And beaten.
Or you're going to have to face your stablemate, Clark Wolf.
If I do have to face Clark, it's going to be a lot like this match. It's going to be 2 friends playing against each other in a fun, as affectionate as a competition can be. And if I win or she wins, it's a win for the Five Club. It's a win. And if I play Ben, well, that's just practicing for who I'm going to beat the next round after him.
No hugs in that match. Oh, and speaking of Ben Bateman, obviously, Emma, you haven't been around lately, but there's been a little bit of smack talk. I don't know if you've heard with Tom Dagnino.
Tom Dagnino likes to just keep throwing my name out there, and I would like to point out that Tom Dagnino may think that he is a contender for Manager of the Year, but I would like to remind everybody that as soon as JTE and Snyder lost the team belts, Tom Dagnino abandoned them. I would never do that to my teammates here. All of a sudden, Tom Dagnino is representing Ben Bateman, and Ben Bateman's the little golden boy. Well, honestly, Ben Bateman as a heel kind of pales in comparison to his own usual teammate, Andrew Guy. That's just my opinion, but Tom Dagnino, stop. I don't care. It's over. We're going to beat you. Clark is going to beat Ben, and if she doesn't, then Andreyko is going to beat him. This is not hard. This is just science facts.
Well, you have that there. I guess all that's left is here's some cannolis for you guys. Enjoy them.
I mean, we'll take them.
Good luck in the next round. I cannot wait to see what happens.
And once again, I do have to give one last shout out to Drew. He's an awesome competitor, and the only thing more impressive than how smart he is what a nice guy he is. So this is a really nice moment. I'm sad I beat him because he's my friend, but it's a real sort of ego boost in the best possible way. So thanks, Drew.
I mean, very interesting there. Drew Mcweeny obviously very upset. That's the end of his season right now.
Tough run for a great competitor in this league.
In general, in this season, you look what he has done. I mean, him and Sam Levine are the only team to ever beat the Patriots twice. They did that. He won the championship. He had an okay run in the teams, and then unfortunately falling short here in the first round of the tournament. But he wants to come back. He's ready to come back.
He's going to be ready for a new. Maybe in the meantime he goes and visits Sam at Del Boca Vista. I hear Sam is doing great at lawn bowling.
We will see. But you look at Marc Andreyko, who's still in a state of shock as he has won. Every time he thinks he's not going to win, he winds up doing it, and he pulled off a hell of a victory here. That first round was incredible. They both had great second rounds.
And what a test that is for a competitor early in the round to beat somebody like of the caliber of Drew Mcweeny. Now, I don't think he's going to fear either opponent. He may not want to play certain people because he has alliances, but he ultimately, like you said, wants to get to the spectacular. Marc Andreyko does not fear anyone.
He doesn't, and he said as much in the interview there that he would be honored to play against Clark Wolf, who's part of the team champions, but he, of course he doesn't want to do that, and he would love to get the opportunity to play Ben Bateman again and to beat Ben Bateman again. That's something that he wants to do. So, and it is nice to see Emma Fyffe and Rachel and Marc Andreyko back together again.
Getting the band back together.
Yeah, I mean, you see, Emma Fyffe is a hell of a manager. This is another victory for her this year. Her and Tom Dagnino are back and forth on the manager of the year.
It's going to be a big award.
It's a big fight here, and they're both fighting, and she's got yet another person advancing. This is a hell of a year for Emma Fyffe as a manager. It's a hell of a year for Marc Andreyko. He's now 4-1 overall this year, and it's a well-earned victory, Mark. It was a good fight.
It's a hell of a year for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. We mentioned it during the match. Check it out right now. If you haven't already, select which tier is right for you. Make sure you check out all the Carnage recap on the Schmoedown Rundown, and check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Of course, that's on Twitter.
And we'll see you for the next match, which is going to be the rookie sensation, the Cobra, Chance Elliston against Ethan Irwin. We'll see you next time.
Come in. Hey, Commish. It's Commish. How are you, buddy? I'm great. How are you? Great. I was going to tell you, I just had your friend. You seem a little stressed these days. I am a little stressed, but it's okay. I'm getting through it. Good. Thank you for coming over. Of course. I just wanted to talk to you real quick because I've been feeling bad because you challenged me a while ago. A long time ago. Very long time ago. And I kind of dismissed you in hand. And it's been weighing on me. I feel like I dismissed you a little too quickly. I felt threatened, and I apologize. So I've been thinking a lot about it. Been talking to my therapist. My bills have been very large, but the point of the matter is, I've decided that I think it would be in my best interest as a human and as a commissioner, and best for the league if we just go ahead and compete, put the commissionership on the line, and you and I can compete, and whoever wins will be the commissioner next year.
It's unexpected.
Yeah, so
let me get it straight.
Yeah.
So you're saying me versus you at the spectacular.
Correct.
Winner gets the commissionership. That's it.
Yes, end of story, full stop.
That's it.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Why? I don't know. You've been asking for this for months.
No, this is a long time. I don't know. I'm having fun calling the matches. A lot less stress. No more people yelling at me, really. No one knocking on my door, asking for stuff. And to be quite honest, it's really been fun to watch you sweat it. Please. What's that word really mean these days, right? Please.
Just do the damn match.
Say it again.
Please.
Can you sing it?
Please.
That's too much, alright? I'll let you up. One-on-one, but you gotta make me a promise, though. No more Hawaiian shirts if I win, ever again. Fine? Yes. Alright, good. You guys have a match. I'm gonna kick your face in, I'm gonna take it back, and we'll leave me back to order. So, that was a stupid move. You dropped something on me. God damn it.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown breakdown. First match, first round of the Singles League Tournament, and we are off to the races with Andreyko and Mcweeny. After one round of play, both locked up at 6 apiece, and that was a good sign for both of them as their average hovers around 5 points. Into the second round, Andreyko takes Thriller and runs the board for all 8 points. While Andreyko has gone 4 for 4 3 times previously in his career, this is just the second time he's earned all 8 points. He previously did it in the category of 90s. As for Drew Mcweeny trying to keep pace, he settles with the category of famous actors and actresses. He ends up going 4 for 4 as well, but just for 7 points. Mcweeny in his 8 singles matches now has only missed 5 questions in his career pertaining to second round questions and has earned 77% of those points. Closing out the match in the final round, Andreyko forced it back to Mcweeny for a 5-pointer to win the game. In lifetime, Mcweeny coming into this match on 5-pointers was 1 for 3, and all 3 times he had to answer a 5-pointer, the match resulted in a loss for him, and unfortunately, that's exactly what happened here, and Marc Andreyko wins by a score of 21 to 18. Going inside the numbers, not much separated these two on the day, as both players answered 12 of 15 questions for 80% accuracy, but it was the difference of point values in the final round that decided this match. The combined 39 points for this match is the highest for a 3-round match since the Andreyko-Irwin match when they combined for 40 points. If you want to find out other stats about this match and from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter, and don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on the Collider Podcast Network on YouTube and the Collider Factory podcast feed. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know...
Well, another good match. Congrats to Andreyko. Hard-fought victory. That was a great pull on Michael Rooker. I've actually never seen Days of Thunder, so maybe I should check that film out sometime soon. I thought Mcweeny would have this, but I kind of feel bad now because Fight Club is my squad. They're my favorite faction. I should have ride with them. I'm disappointed in myself, but that won't happen again. I'll never turn my back on the Fight Club. Excited to see who Andreyko faces next. Hopefully, I like Ben Bateman. I got to interview him. Stand-up guy, but I want Clark Wolf to beat you. Sorry, bud. So hopefully, if Clark Wolf wins, this guarantees that a member of the Fight Club will be in the finals. So, hoping that happens. But yeah, good match. If you like my reactions, also, Christian, you're going to destroy Thad in the Schmoedown. I knew it. I predicted this shit months ago, that you and Kalinowski were in cahoots. It appears that I was right. Looking forward to see you take back the commissioner's job. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn, and if you do Schmoedown reactions, trailer reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub, peace.